This is just going to be a short little video. I have been finding you folks out in the YouTube audience to be incredibly helpful and knowledgeable, and I'm looking for a little advice and maybe a little bit of information about this particular watch of mine. I have a policy of buying gold when it's cheap. If I can buy gold for half spot, I do it. And I figured when I purchased this watch, I think I paid $200 for this watch, that it was $200 in gold, or probably more than that. And I really liked it. So I figured, well, you know what? Worst comes to worst, it can be scrapped. I get my money back out, maybe make a little bit more, which I can then spend on other gold. But that's neither here nor there. What is the watch? It is, pardon my butchering of the name, but Girard-Perregaux. Seems like, when I did some looking, to be a good maker. And the watch, just obviously you can see if I just jiggle it a bit, we're up and kicking again. So it wants to run, that's for sure. And it does run quite nicely if you wind it up here. But I have realized, watching Wristwatch Revival, that you definitely don't want to walk around with a watch that hasn't been serviced, that looks like it needs a service. So I do not plan on doing that, especially with a watch that I'm finding that I like more and more. And as I re-record this video, because I find myself rambling, I am falling more and more in love with this watch. Now, the reason I bought this watch, if we flip her over here, you can see that nice gold back, 14 karat gold. So we definitely have, a nice gold case. The reason that this thing is so scungy, if I just loop my thumb in there, is that is not a very well sealed case. You can see it just comes right out, just like so. Give you guys a good look at this. But it definitely needs some love. You can see we've got some rust. This is not in there super duper. The watch is definitely a champ that wants to run and isn't automatic, but I love this dial. I don't know what can be done to clean it up, but boy, the more I re-record this video, the more I'm rambling, and also the more I really, really like this watch. There's another thing about this watch that I wanted to ask you about. Hopefully you're able to tell me a little bit about what this watch is, first off. But the thing that I would like to know about this watch pertains to the wristband, because I see these, and I think, Spidel. Please correct my pronunciation. It's gold fill. I see these on all these old watches, have these things pretty much whenever I come across one. But this one is outside of my experience. It really is nice, and it really is a nice design, which goes beautifully, almost perfectly with the watch. Can anyone tell me, did a company like this Girard-Perregaux actually sell a 14 karat gold watch with a band like this? Was that just a thing? Or was it just that this company actually didn't make purely utilitarian ones? They even made some that were fancy. Totally outside of my experience, just like everything else related to watches. I am a very hands-on learner, and if I can't hold and touch something, I have a hard time retaining that information, which is making watches a very difficult proposition for me, because I find that I love them, but I also find that I can't really afford collecting them properly. And I also can't get my mitts on enough of them to truly learn about them in a way that I retain that information. So that's why I'm just hoping whoever's watching this video can tell me something about this watch, and maybe tell me about the band, maybe make suggestions for what I should be doing with it. I'd imagine that it's a little more valuable than what I paid. I tried to pay something that was the gold price, effectively, for it. But the more that I handle it, especially as I retake this video, because I find myself rambling, the more I love it and don't really want to let it go. So I'm going to wrap up this video now. before I keep rambling more. If you've enjoyed it, please smash that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. This is the magic incantation that YouTube requires I say. I hope that you are having a great day, and I hope you've enjoyed this watch as much as that I don't know, I'm on take 5, has caused me to enjoy it. I really wish that it was serviced so that I could go out and wear it and enjoy it properly, but we'll have to leave that for another day.